literally the exact same light. You could have just done that in the exact same spot, like you had to drive around the parking lot and then do this?
Yes.
Goddamn, alright.
Hey, everybody.
Really? Every fucking time with you, don't you?
I'm Mike.
Every time. I'm Mike.
And this is...
A face full of Thursdays. How y'all doing this week?
Today got real.
Today got real.
Almost.
I feel like it got real on like lots of like different levels for us. We went and saw Star Wars, so we'll start off with that. Went and saw new Star Wars, The Last Jedi. I liked it. I liked how they kind of wrapped up a lot of the old characters. Apparently, Leia is a goddamn space wizard because she can survive the vacuum of space and then fly through it back into the ship. So, I did not like that part. I'm not gonna lie to you. And the reason being is if she had the practice if she had the Force practice to do that, why are all Jedis and like all Emperors just flying around space and not using ships? Like I feel like that'd just be easier for them.
Well, she couldn't breathe because if they brought her back in the ship, they'd put the mask on her.
No, I get that, but could they could eventually train themselves? I just feel like it would be like the first step to learning how to just fly in space. So like if they're gonna offer that up, then they might as well just like offer up anything goes at this point. Carrie Fisher basically defied Carrie Fisher, rest in peace. She basically just defied all laws of space and physics. So, which was cool, but I didn't like that part. I really was like, oh, she's dead. Like that's how it's gonna go. That's fine if she does. I knew she was going to, but like that's how it's gonna go. But then she's like all of a sudden starts flying like Superman through goddamn space. So it was kind of, really that's like she's like hand first. It was odd. I don't know why they included it, but other than that, I really enjoyed how they wrapped it, how they kind of presented it, especially
a couple issues.
I figured you would.
My biggest thing is the spoilers. There's always spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers. Spoilers.
Videos of the stuff you're talking about.
Don't watch this till after you see it. You'll be pissed off.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of know, though.
Yeah, you kind of know. So, Snoke, after all of everyone losing their freaking mind trying to figure out who Snoke is, guess what?
That's true. Fucking dies.
No idea who Snoke is.
So you don't get any reference on who Snoke is.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Hey,
literally, they just had to have an emperor-esque character. They're like, oh, well, this guy right there.
Supreme old guy, looks
who shoots electricity out of his hands.
Can shoot lightning. Yes.
They literally. I guess that's like an essence of the whole if they're gonna shoot for keeping it close to the original, they did. They kept a guy with a fucked up face who could shoot electricity out of his hands and is old and is apparently really good with the Force. They added they covered that whole spectrum of that area.
All you know though is he's strong as fuck.
He was strong as fuck, but they cut him in half
by tricking him because Kylo Ren was way weaker than him.
Yes, so you use trickery. Now here's my thing. Here's the thing that I really was hoping that they would band together to fight.
Well, they did for that. That fight scene was pretty cool.
It was a cool fight scene. I'll give you that. What I was hoping more is that they would use it to fight against the First Order, but they did not. It ends up going back to being like a Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader thing, except just kind of revamped. So that part was kind of. I feel like I like that they're kind of using the old characters. They're killing them off, unfortunately. Sorry, my favorite character, Han Solo, in the last movie, which fucking sucked. But I think actually they didn't kill Carrie Fisher off in this one. Well, she won't be in any other movies, so she'll just kind of be out of the game, unfortunately. But
yeah, I know they removed a few scenes and stuff with her.
Yeah.
She was supposed to be an extended footage,
but unfortunately she passed, which is very, very sad. But I think all in all, it was a pretty good if they're gonna kind of do a new generation Star Wars, I think they're heading in the right direction. I don't know as if flying space wizards with light swords is.
That is what Star Wars is, those flying space wizards.
Yeah, but flying space wizards that don't
With
need a
laser
spaceship,
swords.
but that don't need a spaceship. They can obviously just fly through the fucking earth.
Oh, you
Because
just
she was an untrained fucking Jedi who just had the Force powers because of her dad. Imagine with somebody who actually practiced it.
In the books, when it
Okay, no. We're not talking about that. We're talking purely off of the film's base because that's what they're continuing off of here. We're not talking about the books. We're not include the books because that's
But
like.
that fills in the gap there between.
What's the problem is I never read any of the books, so that's where the gap stays because I've only seen all of the films.
Okay.
So
I can see. Well, in the movie, it's like explaining, a little bit about Kylo Ren and the students, and he took a handful of students. Well, where are those students?
Where are those? And I was really expecting them to come back, but who knows? They might come back because if they're gonna make it, they left it open for a third movie. So who knows? It could come back like an army of Sith.
A third movie?
Or what?
A ninth?
A ninth, whatever the fuck it is. I can't keep up. The third within the last movies that were made in the last 3 years. Okay, does that make you happy?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
It was a good movie, guys.
It was.
There's a few loopholes, of course.
Loopholes.
Carrie Fisher apparently is like the strongest. I don't know.
Flying space wizard with
flying space wizards.
Yeah.
So, give you an idea. She gets blown out
of a
a
spaceship.
ship. Like it gets attacked. The side of the hull explodes.
And she gets sucked into the vacuum of space.
It actually shows frost.
Well, like she's like
building up on her, and then all of a sudden her hand twitches, her eyes open up, the frost dissipates off her body,
and she flies.
And she begins flying through space
back into the ship that just was previously blown out of.
And then opens a door, and then is able to step through something that would be sucking oxygen way out in a massive vacuum. Steps out through that door, and the door closes. Like, no problem whatsoever.
Yeah, and I think that's the part that bothered me the most about the movie. I really do. I think it bothered me because there was no sense of... I thought it was cool that Carrie Fisher was doing it, but I was fully expecting that's how they were going to kill her. I really was. So I was prepared to lose her. I was all kinds of... And then all of a sudden they're like, I'll bring her back to life. Fuck it. Why would you do that, man? They didn't do that to Luke Skywalker.
No. Especially, what is it that... happened to him? Would they just use so much force power?
I think they kind of did it like how Obi-Wan did, where he's just been so old, he has passed on his knowledge of being a Jedi pseudo to Rey, and I think it's kind of how Obi-Wan Kenobi did it when he got cut by Darth Vader, how he just kind of dissipated. I think they kind of did that same thing, where he is now passed on to his knowledge. Obi-Wan passed on to Luke. Luke was now old enough and had enough knowledge to fight Darth Vader, and he kind of had to find the power within him, and he can now move on from the world. So I think it's just kind of recycled power is kind of what they're shooting for, which I sort of didn't mind. I really was hoping, because there's a part in the movie where you think he's going to go out like Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're hoping that he went out with Obi-Wan Kenobi because I knew they're going to kill him off. But
coolest part of the movie, tons of walkers that Star Cruiser when she fucking turns it.
No, yeah, that lady, and you know where she's from, actually. I recognize her face. Fucking Jurassic Park is where she's from. I knew her from somewhere. She's from Jurassic Park.
Oh, snap.
Right? I know. It took me for half the movie to find where this lady is from.
The blonde hair. With blonde hair.
Yep, exactly. So anyway, this lady in the movie literally takes a ship, these little transporter ships are getting shot up, and it has all these people on her trying to get to a planet. She turns this big ass starship, or it's like a big ass transporter ship, and goes.
Activates light speed.
She activates light speed and goes through the whole fucking fleet, cutting ships in half. It was the coolest fucking part of the movie, man.
Literally, you just see her. She just goes. Hits that throttle, man, and just all of a now, light starts shining, and then the ships, time freezes for a second in the movie. And
you can just get silent, and you can hear everyone in the audience just laughing, because it's
everyone, it's suddenly the speakers go black, there's no sound.
No sound
whatsoever. In space, it just shows all the ships and all these battleships are just cut in half by these blazing energy beams of light.
It was amazing.
From this thing shooting off through light speed. And you just start hearing people going, fuck?
Because it was like one of the coolest things I've ever seen in a Star Wars movie. Like,
he
tops.
did it. There was like another dude.
I was like, holy shit!
Like, holy shit!
It like blows your mind. It was the coolest fucking thing.
Like that. It was.
That made the movie, honestly.
It made like watching Luke get shot up.
Like watching Luke get like crazy tons of lasers. Like take the amount of lasers that they used in the original Star Wars and times that by 50,000, and that's what they use.
Just in one spot.
Just in one spot. Just trying to kill Luke Skywalker.
Kylo Ren's like, I want every weapon we have
fired on that guy.
Because
he was like in front of a whole army.
All of these ships and these walkers are shooting him in one spot, just tearing up the planet in this one little spot. And then, like, the dust starts to clear, and he just walks
out of there like nothing. It was awesome.
Just walks out of it, and everyone's first one of the Imperial officer guys just goes, "Do you think you hit him?"
Yeah, he's like, "You think you got him?" And then all of a sudden they're like, "Sir?" And he'd like turn around, and he's like,
He just like walks out of the fucking smoke, and he's like, "Lower me down." And he's like, "Supreme Leader," and he's like, knocks the guy out. He's just like, "Shut the fuck up."
Oh yeah, no, it was
with
great.
Your shit.
Oh, it was great. It was literally like the new version of Darth Vader is really what it was. Instead of
so pissed off.
Oh, it was great. It was great. There, like you said, there's a couple of loopholes, but for the most part, if you like Star Wars, you'll enjoy the movie. I think
you can definitely tell. I mean, yes, it's Lucasfilm.
It is.
That's in that, but you can definitely tell Disney
took it over.
Got their hands inside.
Oh yeah, for sure. You have to really say inside, like you don't have to like
everything. Like they're just they're like elbow deep.
I don't want to be. I can't. I'm not going to this conversation.
Elbow deep.
Apparently.
I mean, they threw in those little critters, you know, because it's Disney.
You have to admit though, those penguin characters were fucking hilarious. It was like they're like little penguins from like a different planet. Like I thought they're kind of funny, and then you had like the crystal foxes, which I thought were cool. Added zero like any help to anybody. They were just kind of cool to see.
They were just there.
They were just kind of there, you know, well, no, because that's not true.
Dude, they had a 10-second scene of some kind of creepy alien thing that they milked on the side
and then,
of a rock.
Mark Hamill's actually fucking drinks the milk in front of her. He's all, it's like green milk. Oh, it's fucking hilarious.
Like green milk.
He's milking like this. It's not a cow, but it's like an alien that sits on its butt.
So it looks like a manatee combined with like a platypus.
Yeah, but then slimy. And then imagine having 4 udders and sitting like a regular person would. So getting down where the regular person's crotch is and then milking it and then drinking whatever comes out. It was the weirdest fucking scene I've ever like in Star Wars like today. Weirdest fucking scene I've ever witnessed.
It was a little bizarre.
This movie had the most bizarre scene and the coolest scene of like some of the cool Star Wars stuff. So if you like Star Wars, you'll love it.
Definitely go see it. The other thing is, you guys will not see us inside Star Beast anymore.
Unfortunately, people, Star Beast has passed away. If you don't know who Star Beast is was my car. It's actually where we filmed like 99% of all of our videos.
All of our videos.
Fortunately, Star Beast was involved in a collision today.
Head-on collision.
Head-on collision.
We were driving down South Academy. And dude pulled out in front of us on a green light.
Yeah.
And we
collided,
flipped the car. It was some crazy stuff, but I'll tell you what, his Ford Fusion, man, that is a good car. Goddamn airbags came from everywhere.
Airbags came from everywhere. It's built like a fucking tank, man.
Yeah,
that thing took a whole that thing flipped a
car. The ceiling, the sides of the walls.
And then it flipped a car, and both of us still walked away. We
walked away, and the guy and the other occupant had to go to the hospital.
Unfortunately, but I think everyone's okay for the most part.
Yeah. We did hear that everything did turn out okay for everyone. Everyone's
safe.
Walk away. Everyone's gonna be fine.
But
we're gonna go tomorrow to make sure that we're checked out. Just because
it's fucking hurt.
Like whiplash from hell.
But you know what? Doing this video, we're in pain, but
we're solid fans
for sure
for movies.
We're not gonna miss Star Wars. Sorry.
We're not gonna miss Star Wars.
Not even a car wreck is gonna.
Opening night. And
oh yeah, it's opening night. Yeah.
I spent a lot of money on these tickets. You know, almost $18 a ticket.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. But I would say worth it.
it was absolutely
Yeah,
worth it. It
exactly.
was a good movie. It was just 10:20 at night. So right now it's
1 o'clock.
almost 2 a.m. in the
Oh, it's
morning.
almost 2 a.m. It's wonderful. So,
Almost 2 a.m. But we wanted to hit you guys up.
you guys know what's going down. Go see Star Wars.
Go see Star
The Last
Wars.
Jedi.
We're going to be hitting up next week.
Jumanji is next week.
Is it Jumanji?
Jumanji is next
We're
week.
going to hit up Jumanji
So,
next week. We hit that up. We're going to really hope that they do a really good job.
I really do.
With-
We're anticipating a lot. I'm not anticipating a lot. I'm really scared because
of Robin
you
Williams.
can't really. I'm sorry, you can't live up to Robin Williams. I mean, he's
But
just
I
fantastic.
did hear that they put some Easter eggs in the movie.
Well,
there's
there
a
you
lot
go.
of there's a lot of stuff that they put online in regards to Easter eggs for Jumanji. So throw us down in the comments what you think your opinion about Star Wars was. I'll respond back as always. We appreciate your guys' opinions. Hit us up if you think there's a movie out that we need to go see that we should do a video on. We love you guys. Thanks for watching our videos. All right.
So.
Oh, yeah. Boom.